Autocracy Space. Sut Izalia, 1203. Brilliant streaks of red and blue cut through the air, and all Opali could do was cower in the pit she was taking refuge in. All around and all above, thousands of lasers scorched and glassed and raised. Foliage set alight, trees toppled, and the cries of autocracy soldiers grew louder and louder. "On the hill with the big rock! Just behind... Medic! Medic! I said line new power routes. What do you mean we..." Burying her head between her paws, Opali froze as she witnessed a nearby male conscript, just around her age, get cut in half by a stray beam. The soldier's upper half spasmed, brain late in processing the near-instant loss of half his body, then went limp. "I give my reverence," Opali's managed to think, as the soldier crumpled into an ungainly heap of black fur onto the forest floor. "I give my reverence. I give..." "Hey, Teddy!" a shrill voice yelled, and Opali flinched. Fumbling around the hole, she turned, las gun aimed. The speaker was definitely a Xeno. The question was, what species were they? And were they an ally? Amidst all the smoke and light, her small amber eyes took in three key things. The first was bare flesh, where any other discernible epidermis should be. The second was the speaker's flat, scrunched-up head. No discernible protruding ears or snout whatsoever. And the third was the Xeno's eyes. Beady, unreflective green dots inside a sea of white. Just my luck. It was a scheming, screeching human. The primate dove down in Opali's shelter, landing ungracefully on their hands and knees. Behind their visor, she could see their fleshy lips moving, but she could only make out every other word or so. "Fuck's sake, you hear? Is translator..." They fumbled with their helmet. Then the two of them flinched as a red laser streaked over their hiding. "Your translator's on!" Opali shouted. "I said your translator's on!" She raised her voice further as an explosion crackled in the distance. The ape leaned in close, and Opali's nose scrunched up as their oily smell filled her nostrils. Still, she couldn't discern their gender. "Move over! We're gonna take cover! The Union's gonna start shunning our position now that our shield carriers are down," the primate babbled on, but Opali stopped listening. "Our shields are down?" Her stomach churned as images of her family flashed through her head. Father, mother, Bittelozzo. Without shields, the autocracy and their allies were fish swimming upstream. This forest lost. Defending it was a stupid idea. What was the proposed tactic called again? Guerrilla warfare? Her eyes narrowed onto the ape. Huh, that was their kind's ideas. "Hey, I said..." Opali scowled as the primate tried to shove her over, keyword being tried. With her armor, she probably weighed two of them. Still, she shifted over, careful not to crush her stubby tail, and the soldier grunted as they settled down on the dirt while gripping their kinetic rifle. "This is fucked. This is so fucked," they rambled, and a growl began to rise in Opali's throat. Did this ape ever shut their jaws? Lips? "Those damn bugs failed to hold the mountain fortresses, so now the Union's in control of the bunker systems. This whole continent's lost. Still, I heard our ship reinforcements are only a few days away, so we just gotta hunker out until then. Even if it takes a little while for orbital bombardment to secure our position, we can survive that, right?" The soldier elbowed Opali's side and gave their eerie gesture of happiness, mouth parting to show their teeth. The human's voice softened. "Can't wait to return to base. Hot food, mattresses..." Opali felt her ire slowly subside, beginning to genuinely listen. "That's right. In the end, we're both sapiens just trying to survive this chaos. And showers." The human suddenly leaned in and their nose wrinkled. "Yeah, you definitely need one. You smell funky." Opali snapped. "If I smell so bad, then get out of here," she roared, heaving up the soldier with a single paw. They thrashed, batting and swatting at her arm. "You chattering ape!" The primate's eyes bulged, mouth agape. Teddy, calm down." "Never call me that again," Opali spat, bitter humiliation fully unleashed. To think that her species, her civilization, of farmers and scientists got dragged into this conflict by this pathetic excuse of a mammal and their cronies. Not only that, but for her people's appearance to get teased because they resemble some stupid dirtling toy. Attention, please. A monotone synthesized voice cut in over the blast of exploding mortar shells. The two stopped wrestling as a paw-sized shadow appeared over the hole, and the primate's lips curled in disgust. You! The soldier seethed. Me, the receiver replied, antennae twitching through their oxygenated exosuit. Apolly looked between the bug and the primate as they stared each other down. Two green eyes locked on four coppery compound ones. The two have history? Let me guess, the ape poked the beetle and got stung. Oh, great. Now I've got to hunker down with you, the primate sighed, as they slipped free from Apolly's paw. I am reciprocating similar negative feelings, the beetle's translator droned. As she flew down into the trench, the human yelped. Apolly rumbled with laughter as the soldier crawled away on their back. That's right, they had a fear of bugs, stemming from their exposed flesh. To be honest, she also found the receiver's appearance unnerving, but she wouldn't admit that now. Hey, don't laugh. Did you hear the sound her wings made? Ugh. The human settled in the corner farthest from the beetle. My broodmates informed me that my wings sound pleasant, the receiver's translator buzzed. Apolly guessed that she was offended, though her translator couldn't convey the tones of her chittering. In fact, that is where my name stemmed from, whirring wings over warm water. Whirring wings? Apolly blinked. Why do the insectoids have such long, pretentious titles? Just pick a letter and name your family after it. Simple as that. Yeah, I ain't saying that. How about woo-woo? The human asked, and woo buzzed in what Apolly guessed was indignation. I agree with the ape on this one, Apolly rumbled. What, ape? Can't you read? Bear? I'm Gamble. The human pointed towards a rectangular piece of cloth, stitched over the breast of their uniform, and Apolly squinted. That title does suit your kind well. Tell me, what other names do you have? Arsonist, Racer, Orbit Diver? Gamble scoffed. You... The human's eyes widened, and then they pointed up, just before a blanket of dirt and gravel slammed down. Apolly shook the grit from her dark fur and sneezed as a cloud of dust made its way through her helmet. Wait, she couldn't. She tried to inhale, only to get a mouthful of soot. To her side, Gamble was coughing uncontrollably, and opposite, Woo-Woo was vibrating furiously. We're going to suffocate. Flinging the human over her shoulder with one paw, Apolly carefully cradled the receiver against her stomach, lumbering to her full height. Her head barely peeked out of the hole. What are you doing? Gamble wheezed. If we can't see anything, the Union forces can't either, Apolly yelled between hacking coughs. Well, unless they have thermal vision. But the Union's known for supplying their soldiers pretty poorly. Hopefully these soldiers aren't the exception. We will have no cover outside. All the nearby trees have been razed, Waku buzzed, but I suppose death by laser is preferable to asphyxiation. Craters! The human gasped. Get to a fresh artillery hole. Union bastards won't blast the same place twice now, will they? That is a statistical fallacy. To ensure that they have wiped us out, there is no doubt that... Ignoring the two, Apolly climbed out of the pit. The air was still filthy, but it was marginally better. An explosion buffeted some ways to her side, and she flinched, paws tightening around her allies as shrapnel whizzed by. They're shelling between us and comrades, Apolly rumbled. This isn't good. Do we let ourselves get cut off? Yeah, we can see that. Fuck, just... Can you skirt around? The human shouted. Apolly turned carefully towards the Union forces, her plantigrade legs burning as she squatted awkwardly. The smoke around them was just slowly but surely starting to dissipate. They'd have to make their choice now. Her species wasn't known for running, far from it, but if she wanted to give her allies the best chance of survival... Bracing herself, Apolly lumbered forward towards retreat. Branches and leaves splintered under the combined weight of her and her companions, and laser streaked across the burning forest as soldiers shot blindly, some cutting mere meters away. but none hit, and Apelli continued charging forward, her lungs burning and her legs aching. 20 meters, 15, then 10. Finally, she spotted something. A hole. Skidding to a halt, she rolled. Throwing Wu up into the air so the receiver wouldn't get crushed by accident, the soldier landed on her side with a thud, panting. Apelli slowly collected herself, mind whirring as she looked around. Wait, the human, where's... Get off! Gamble's shrill voice came below, and Apelli scrambled up. The soldier groaned as she backed away, cradling their squashed body. Are you okay? Apelli asked, kneeling beside Gamble, as Wu landed on her shoulder, buzzing something as well. By reverence! Has she crushed them? I'm sorry. I was so focused on getting us to cover. She waited anxiously as the humans stopped wheezing, and then they finally spoke, a smile on their face. Fucking hell, Teddy. It's nowhere near winter, you don't have to enter hibernation, so why are you storing so much weight? Apelli slapped a paw down onto Gamble's chest, as Wu hummed in what she assumed was amusement. Still, she wasn't angry. Letting out a heavy sigh of relief, Apelli thought, Xenos. As explosions rocked the desolate forest plains, laughter filled a small foxhole, and for a little while, everything in the galaxy was all right.